Welcome one, welcome all back to a summer edition into the fall edition of the gaming kitchen. This is kind of the episodic tale that I really did not think I was going to be on this year, from March all the way until today, which is August 1st. So, hey, we're still living, we're still surviving, we're still breathing out here, we're still doing our thing. Now, if anybody who watches these videos come in and out. It's understandable. You got a life to live. I'm not going to fault you. Um, I haven't really been doing a lot here when it comes to commenting on the current climate of MLB The Show because I've done it all. I've commented on the Diamond Dynasty portion of this thing. I've commented on the neglect in which SDS has um, disgustingly left this mode, this feature, if you must, to the wolves, to the worms, to the maggots, abandoned, dead, desolate, left it. And so the last time on which I really did cover anything on this was when the glitches were patched up. The glitch to configure baseline, um, the baselines and the backdrop and stuff that could be uh, manipulated for other custom ballparks. And so I was looking on the forums today. I looked both on Reddit and I looked both here to try and see like what is, um, here for that. And in all honesty, I am starting to see what is becoming a nightmare for SDS, and it's Lagrasa. Now I don't know who's done this. I don't know who has decided to go and manipulate all this type of stuff and take it. But there's like a whole 2-3 pages worth of this stuff that's in the recent uploads. And SDS, I think, shut this down, the vault, about 2-3 days ago, give or take. And so, I had no knowledge about this because I'm building my ballparks and I'm also um, remastering the ones from 2023, which I just discovered because I had to recently remember my username. So I'm dealing with that. The commentary on where this game is at, I'm over it because the people who take it seriously are the people who take it seriously, and the people who participate in the Diamond Dynasty stuff, who don't care about any issues that go on here, the people who are on the discords and don't care about anything there. This is just what it's going to be. And this is what happens when people turn a blind eye to things that don't pertain to them, that they feel don't pertain to them. This is what happens when you have a gaming company that has released now, according to today, 22 patches. So this game has been out for about 5 months now, and it's had 22 patches. That is an absurd amount of mediocrity that this company has decided to release. And at least one of the patches, I would say 2 out of 22 of the patches, were put towards Stadium Creator. The first one, upon download, free purchase, and the one to, I guess, make you able to download the vault. You have 2 months left of baseball before you get to the playoffs. This thing is still not fixed. We have went through the All-Star game, we've gone through Memorial Day, all your major holidays, and we're still here, still present, still in Mediocrityville, USA. Okay? So that's just where everything's at. I don't care to rehash it. I don't care to relitigate it. Um, I just want to, as I'm coming down from the mountain and seeing how civilization has become, I can at least get my 2 cents on it here, because I have since then gave my piece to the current climate of Diamond Dynasty, its enablers, its people who have no care or concern whatsoever as to what's going on there. And so that is a moot point. The truth is out there. Look for yourselves. The current climate of gaming is not going to change. In fact, it's going to get worse before it gets better. But what I want to talk about today is the fallout from Lagrasa. Okay, right here. And I'm not going to keep this on here because this makes me itch. So I'm just going to like put it here and show one of these terrible parks where somebody says you are mid. So I go to forums here. I take a cold hard look. I like to go down to stadium creator uniforms. And there's a post that says, well, it happened exactly as we warned you, STS. I'm not going to read all this stuff, but I'm just going to sit up here and Prior Fire, who I've had mentioned before, who played a very monumental role in making sure that a lot of people got access to, I would say, the customization of this ballpark thing that has been unlocked. But he says, like, the online custom stadium cheating has now unloaded, and the vault is flooded with stadiums that place wall sections all throughout the field of play precisely as we dedicated and honest stadium designers warned you privately 3 months ago. We handed you the roadmap to keep this from happening and begged you to implement the solution soonest while custom stadiums were removed from online play due to head-to-head bug issues. But SDS, you chose to do it your own way, and that way did not prevent the malicious abuse of custom stadiums. If you had listened to the community and implemented a strategy we urged, then this abuse would not be happening. Of course, he tags SDS Joey K. Joey K, who has literally been missing. He's been MIA for a while. They said, Joe, when is SDS actually going to start listening to us? I don't mean to pay boilerplate lip service to, but actually listen to treat us like intelligent adults who only want what is best for this game and have paid for. Prior Fire, I got something to tell you, buddy. Don't hold your breath. All right? Don't hold your breath. They don't respect you. They don't respect you. They don't have to respect you. They don't care to respect you. There's an old adage and a saying that goes, watch what they do, not what they say. That saves you in every aspect of your life. Watch what they do, not what they say. When someone tells you they love you, but they don't show it, they're full of crap. When someone shows you they love you, and you don't really hear from them that much, it's up to you to put two and two together and see like what's going on there. So I'm going to show you exactly how much they think about you, Prior Fire. You've had 22 updates, right? This game's been out for almost 5 months. It's been out for 4.5 months. You've had the trade deadline that's happened in Major League Baseball. You've had the All-Star Game. You've had Memorial Day. You've had July 4th. You've even had the Bristol thing, which, by the way, is one of the new ballparks they just uploaded. I only did mine like a year ago. So, guys, just remember who did it first and who did it close to the version that they did it. Thank you. So you have had all this stuff occur. You've had Friday shows come on with these people that they push out every single day to shove cards down your throats and consume and consume and consume and consume. And you know, not one time they've mentioned about the issues that's going on with this vault here. This is what's going on here. This isn't the virus. This is a symptom. They don't care about you, Prior Fire. And like, look, like I kind of like this guy because he hits the points. And if it weren't for him, we probably wouldn't even have the ability to make this custom stuff the way we make it. But you have to, you're answering your own questions, and you're just screaming into a void. SDS does not care about you. Whether they update this mode or not, whether update 23, update 24, update 25, regardless of where they stop this train, it has been proven that this was not top priority. That you've had 22 patches, and 2 out of the 22 patches were at least put towards this mode, and it didn't even fix the mode. Because when you take your stuff from the vault and you put your stuff into the stadium section, those two do not twine. So everything here looks pretty much the same. It looks pretty much good. It looks pretty much this. But you still have glitches. You got stuff happening that when you select a ballpark, you see another ballpark, you see all these other things happening. They don't care about you. They don't care about you, Prior Fire. They don't. So I understand like that you're passionate. I'm passionate too. But you're asking questions to a bunch of people who are not built to care about you. They're not built to care about something that they're purposefully leaving to be the way that it is so that when the time comes for MLB The Show 26, all they have to do is just delete this thing and get it out the way. They treat this mode like a redheaded stepchild. They do this every single time. This is their blueprint. They create something new, they throw it up against the wall, they don't come back to it, they maybe update it 2 or 3 times and then neglect it. Because the people they hired don't know what to do with this thing, they don't know how to fix it, they don't care to fix it, it doesn't bring them money. Diamond Dynasty brings them money. All those extra modes that they kick in brings them money. That's it. They don't care about what you want or what you desire. So we go on here in this form. Online custom stadium cheating has now unloaded a far as follow with. I won't go quite far, but SDS is validating your comments overall. Their community manager hasn't made an appearance in this entire subform in over a month, and odds are he won't ever again. It isn't because we misled him or lied to him or expected him to snap his fingers and order policy changes within SDS. He did say that people at SDS were working the issues we were discussing with him through what the results of that was nothing effective, and the support of Stadium Creator this year has been less than nothing. That means taking away something we wanted for 5 years without actually taking it away, but in a shipshod manner that left the door open for cheats to abuse it, as if the abuse was their politically motivated intent the whole time. If this isn't malice, I'd like to know what is. So here's my type of thing right here, and I'm gonna go into this because I want to go to Reddit after this. I don't know if this is malicious intent. I really don't know. I don't know if it's on purpose. What I will say that this is evident of is these are all the symptoms of an abject failure of a gaming company. This is abject failure. That you have a product that has been released for over 5 months on the market, in the market, and you have not fixed it at all. You haven't addressed it. You haven't communicated about it. You haven't talked about it. You haven't gone online. You have every means of way of social media to communicate to your customers how to deal with this, how to solve it, how to patch it, how to do all these things. But instead, you've shown your hand as to say, not our problem. We don't care. Whatever. Go away. We're working on Diamond Dynasty. Every single update on Friday is about these baseball cards. Every single update on Friday is about unleashing a new XP program. Most of the people who participate in this stuff think it's Final Fantasy. We've been down this road numerous times. So all what you guys are doing is you're wasting your time. You're yelling in a void. Okay? And this is coming from a person who is passionate about Stadium Creator. I got a whole bunch of these bad boys lined up to create and put out there. And I walked away from this at least a month and a half to 2 months ago when I made my last video about KDJ and his stuff talking about SDS listens. I was done. I'm like, because there's no way on this earth I can sit up here with an honest face and say, you know what, SDS listens to us. They listen to the community. They care about us. They care about our choices. They care about where we go. They listen to us. They don't. They listen to the community that brings them the money. Which is why I don't feel bad about these exploits. I don't feel bad about the glitch. I've used the customization option that was unlocked, and honest to God, it doesn't hinder a single thing because I don't care about online mode. Now, in my video in which I said to SDS, and which many people said to SDS, that if you really want this thing to be controlled and managed the proper way, what you should do is you should implement a code, normalize this thing and implement a code that if you touch anything behind the line, if you touch anything over the line, like the way you originally do with the field fences, then you neglect it and you negate it and you get rid of it from it being online. That's what you do. They didn't do it. Their solution was to put up a code to prevent everything from being fully customizable. That's fine. That's great. You stop the bleeding in one section, but the artery is still not stitched up and your patient is still bleeding out. That's what's happening right here. Now, because of their incompetence and because of their inability to actually make a good product, what's going to happen is it's going to be ultimately throwing out the baby with the bathwater. They listen to you, they hear you, but yet we're 5 years into this thing and you still have the same issues. So I'm gonna go over to Reddit and then I'm gonna give my last take on this because, and another thing, like I said this before and I say it again, just stop being beta testers for these gaming companies, people. Stop. The massive Art of War style list in which you guys create for people, where like you guys are going through blow for blow, telling people how things should play out, how things should pan out, how things should do this, how things should do that. Just stop doing it. Stop helping them. It's not your job to sit up here and make a full long list to these people and not do any of these things. Your job as a customer is to buy the product, and if the product doesn't work, you take it back, you get your money back, and you move on with your life, which is what I'm going to do. That's why I've just been minding my business. I've been keeping my nose to the grindstone. I got RFK Stadium I'm sending out. I got Kaminsky Park I'm sending out. I got what's the one? Metropolitan Stadium I'm sending out. I got Mile High Stadium I'm sending out. I'm working on my stuff. I'm going back to my roots. I'm going back to what made me who I am. I'm not going to focus on wasting my time or energy talking to a bunch of people who have no interest in me whatsoever and don't care. I'm not their bottom line, so they don't give a rat's tail. That's fine. So we'll go over here to Reddit. Oh, and by the way, like I said this before, and I'll say it again. The only people who take advantage of glitches and problems as much in this game, or if any game, are people who play online. People who are in my community, the people who love building stuff for history's sake, novelty's sake, and all those types of things, those types of people you'll never have a problem out of. They're not going to rig the game or mess up the game, but you guys should know that, and you guys should move accordingly. But a real competent gaming company would do that. This, by the looks of it, is not it. So I'm going over here, and this is the post of Lagrasa or Lagrasa. I know this might sound dramatic, but I've got a genuine concern I want to run by the community. We all know that this has been troll stadiums such as Lagrasa circulate fault, glitchy, broken, flat out, unplayable. They're not even memes anymore. They're such ballparks, crash games, destroy matchmaking, and turn the stadium vault into a total pain to utilize. The system is already shaky, and these troll parks are fueling the fire. My actual fear is what SDS uses some kind of stadium as a justification in stadium creator completely. They could. It would literally be the amount of rope needed to either build a bridge or to hang yourself with, by the way, like I said before, your biggest problem as to who manipulates and who destroys stadium creator is not stadium creators. It's not. It's people from online community that come in, infiltrate this thing, turn it into crap. That's why I said my idea was you need to do two separate modes. You need to implement a stadium creator mode for Diamond Dynasty and let all those people go over there and do their thing and leave us alone. Because most of us don't go online. And most of the people who go online are people who want to use their YouTube accounts to make other content for other places. And that's fine. Good for them. But for the vast majority of people who just open up this thing and just want to create something, they don't give a rat's butt about that mode. They don't care about manipulating stuff and messing up stuff. That's not the road they deal with. But whatever. Let's be real. Stadium Creator hasn't been given any real updates since initial release in MLB The Show 21. He's wrong there. The last major update that's been given to this thing, features wise, I would say would be MLB Show 23 when they were starting to bring in water water assets and all that type of stuff. And then they started bringing in lights that worked. By the way, there's still lights in this game that don't work. The biggest update that they did once they did give a damn about this thing was the turn of the century thing. And then once they realized that it's not bringing in the revenue, they stopped associating it with Diamond Dynasty like they did before, and they just abandoned it. So yeah, I'm worried not just about Lagrasa or one of the troll file, but what about the whole feature being seen as a problem by the devs as they decide it's more trouble than what it's worth? What's stopping them from quietly shelving it like they've done to past other modes? Well, I hate to break it to you, they've already shelved it. The proof's in the pudding. You've had 22 updates in this game, and what, 2 out of 22 of the updates, one being in, I think, April or early May or so, and the rest of them has just been put towards other stuff. Like, they literally had an update out here today to change the crowd size in the ballpark, and that's it. Nothing else. That's it. Move on. You're 22 updates, and most of those updates were just one thing in which they changed. Are they ignoring it? Are they prioritizing it? Obviously, it's not important. 22 updates, and this thing's still a mess. So here we go. We got Maddie.com coming in. And if anybody knows this person, this individual, now been confirmed as a woman. So if anybody knows this woman, I've had run-ins with her numerous times in the past. I don't really like dealing with her, talking to her, communicating with her. I think she altogether is a very passive-aggressive person who wants credit for this thing, didn't want it to get out, but wanted to post it online for it to get out, and then does this whole like martyr syndrome of, oh my God, this thing's gotten worse than what it did, and I blame myself and I put myself out there. Like, get over yourself. Whatever. So anyway, Maddie.com says, I hate to say it's a non-zero chance stadium creator gets butchered or taken out in 26. This is worse. This is worse than the exploits have been. I'm not going to be one who faults STS for what people will call malice for the feature. Of course, this is another thing where Maddie.com is being uber passive aggressive here and calling out Prior Fire. Prior Fire is the one who uses malice and stuff. But instead of going head to head with him, what she'll do is she'll keep constantly making posts and like making snide remarks and stuff and being passive aggressive. So that's where that comes from. For the feature, it's a 1 year single game development cycle. We can't expect the world every year. The fact that this mode exists in a general sense is a victory to me. No other sports game has a feature that comes close to Stadium Creator. But when glitches have gotten to this point, what will stop STS from pulling the plug? Who knows? I hoped we would I hope we wouldn't get to this point, and I tried to avoid it, but oh well. So Maddie.com says she tried to avoid it, but yeah, she came online about a couple of months back, maybe 2, 3 months back, and decided to post it for everyone to see, but then didn't plan for the fact that like the stadiums in which you posted online, somebody was going to find. So you wanted credit for it, you wanted attention for it, you wanted to be mysterious, you wanted to giggle, sniggle, and run away, and do oopsie ooh wee and ooh ooh and run away, and that didn't work, and it blew up in your face. Okay, get over yourself. If SDS would have done what people asked for a long time ago, this wouldn't be an issue right now. It's an issue, and they did it to themselves. That's all. So that's it for that. I got out of this because people like Maddie.com and all this stuff gets on my nerves. I don't feel like getting into it with people. Look, guys, here's what I'm going to say. All right. I'm going to end this video. I'm going to upload it, and I'm going to go back to my stadium building. I actually need to get out of here. I want to get me a quesadilla, as they said in Napoleon Dynamite, quesadilla. I'll go out here and get me something to eat and make some din tonight for a dog somewhere. Let me just say this straight up. Um, Everything that has transpired, okay, in these 4 years, all right, Transpired because SDS is not a competent developing company for games. They're not. If you look closely, you will understand that SDS is a company that cares about the bottom line in league with Sony. Sell tokens, sell whatever you can that they count as currency, promote the hell out of the modes that will indeed lead to currency, and keep it moving and keep it pushing. And whatever doesn't do that, we can neglect it. Now, you'll get some people like Maddie.com who are very confusing, frustrating, annoying people who will side with SDS. And in the meantime, act like they're not in league with them. Most of those types of people are either burner accounts for people who work with SDS or work with a gaming company, or they are just so internet brained that this is how they communicate and this is what they want to do. I don't know. I don't care. I did not get into this to debate with Maddie.com. I could care less. I wish I would have never met the individual. I talked to them one time, and that individual got on my ever-loving nerves. So I'll just put it like this. If you guys wish to continue talking to SDS, continue talking to SDS. If you guys wish to continue getting into these squabbles and these fights and these battles with people online who are just the most annoying example of self-serving, self-grandizing, savior complex having people, do that to yourself. I'm going to build ballparks as long as I can. And when my stuff is done, I'm going to ride off into the sunset and I'm going to love this experience of my life, this part of my life, and then move on to another project. Or hope that SDS turns it around, which most likely they won't, and then work on new stadiums that need to be done. Right now, I'm trying to get that done. But I've learned 2 months ago, 3 months ago, all the way up to the last video I made about this thing, this whole entire situation, that I've learned a whole lot about this company this year that I did not want to learn. And I learned it because of how they act, what they prioritize, how they view you, how they treat you, how they respect you, their plans, their organizations. They have no plans. They have no organizations. They have no structure. Most of the people who are working on this thing probably have no clue how to work on Stadium Creator, because all the people who probably did work on Stadium Creator are long gone, and he brought in a bunch of people who are just going to push this whole entire narrative of cards. Cards, Diamond Dynasty, money, money, money. If they could find a way to microtransact this mode would have been updated and patched on day one. It's not. It brings no money. It brings no profit. Therefore, they don't care. The sooner everyone gets that, the sooner everyone understands that, the better off you will be. You will move on. You will use that glitch to, as long as you can, to build the ballparks you dream and envision. And if it doesn't work, it is what it is. I have no sympathy for them. I have no care for them. They did this to themselves. People have gone about this the most respectful way possible, the most convenient way possible, the kindest way possible, the most civil way possible. You cannot bark at a cow and expect the cow to communicate. You cannot moo at a dog and expect the dog to communicate. Dogs communicate with dogs effectively. Cows communicate with cows effectively. You cannot communicate with this company effectively if you treat this company like the way a professional, respectable company that respects you would respond and react. They're not it. Them, EA, 2K, all of them. They've gone down this road of no return to where it is all about money. It is all about fixing what is a priority that's going to get recognition, commercials, funding, sponsoring, money, YouTube. All the people on YouTube, you know their names by now. The 200K, the 10K, the 3,000K, the million followers of people, they all do one thing. They all talk about cards. And they get flown out every single year, and they review these games, and the games are trash, and they act like they don't have no time, and then they sell you the game. Then they come out with 20 videos complaining about it. Then they come out with 30 videos telling you how to buy cards and all this type of stuff. They're all bought and paid for, ladies and gents. That's it. It's a great big party, and you're not invited to it. So I say that on August 1st to tell any of you, if you guys wish to continue building ballparks, build them as long as you can, build them as much as you can. If you want to continue writing wish lists to these people, continue writing them. But do understand one thing. They've shown you they don't listen to you. They don't care about you. They don't give a damn about your frustrations or you on their form. These responses that I read earlier in this video came from people who were actually on their own official form. And they didn't care to listen to them. And they don't care to review. They don't care to read. And they don't care to respond. That tells you everything you need to know about this. And I try not to be the negative giver-upper type of person. But there comes a time when you already gave 2 knocks on the door. They're not answering. It's time to move on. Build the ballparks you guys want to build. If you guys love my ballparks, thank you for stopping by. But you know, as I wrapped up the video with the Diamond Dynasty stuff, because those people were frustrated and pissing me off, I have to wrap it up with this too. If another patch comes to fix this mode, hey, thank you. You guys took way too long. You already showed me you didn't care about me or anybody in this community, but thank you for fixing it. I'll see what you do in MLB The Show 26. If this mode continues on the way that it is, hey, SDS, you showed me how much you really care about me, which is none at all. Showed me how much you thought about my money and how much you respected me by not fixing this mode. So those are 2 outcomes, okay? They're kind of the same, all right? So when this thing does get fixed, go back to this video and see what I think about it when it's fixed. And if it isn't fixed, go back to this video and see what I think when it isn't fixed. Because I'm done doing these videos. They're nice. They're cool. I've been on a 5-month journey with this thing, trying to figure out how to communicate, how to properly do stuff. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it has been proven that I was right all the while. I'm not a beta tester. I don't care to help these people. These people are getting paychecks where I'm not getting paychecks. And I'm tired of doing stuff I'm good for free. It's not my job to help you. It's not my job to be your beta tester. It's not my job to communicate to you. You have a full year cycle, as Maddie.com said. Weird that Maddie.com knows all these details, but don't work for them. Weird. But anywho, you have a year cycle to work on all this stuff. And most of the wish lists that are made in January and stuff, they don't even care about. The dude who does them pays attention to the ones made in May and beyond. I don't know what the hell that means or what that's about. That's kind of screwed up too. But hey, this is the type of company you're dealing with. Okay? That is what it is. And it is what it is. I have an Asian pear here. I like to dig my teeth in before I leave. I got to get a quesadilla. And I like to go on with my weekend. You guys stay cool. You guys stay awesome. And remember one last thing out of all of this. This life is short. I don't know if there's another alternate universe where I exist or anything, but I know I exist in this one. Life is freaking short. It's already August. Next time you turn around, it's going to be 2026. Fate be willing. Okay? Guys, go on and live your lives. Prior fire, ignore Maddie.com. She's uber annoying. Go on with your life. Build the ballparks you want to build. SDS does not care about you. I'm gonna tell you for them. They don't care about you. If they cared about you, they wouldn't make a glitched up product the way they did. They don't care about me. They don't care about Arch. They don't care about none of us. Go and live your lives. We live one life. It's short, not here for long. Go enjoy your lives. This stuff is supposed to bring you happiness. That's something I had to learn. This stuff is supposed to bring you happiness. When it stops bringing you happiness, you have to figure out what serves your greater good. And that's why I say screw all this crap. I'm going right back to MLB Show 24. I'm going to build my ballparks there. Because this whole thing right here is a frustration clusterfuck. That's all. You guys take it easy, and I will see you around.